Ghana's one district, one factory policy, an ambitious vision set to industrialize the West African country. Industrialization generates employment opportunities, provides educational opportunities, encourages advancement and innovation, and better utilization of resources. All of these benefits and more make industrial development extremely valuable to a country's development. In simple words, industrialization is a transformation away from an agricultural or resource-based economy toward an economy based on mass manufacturing, technological advances and other services. When an area or economy is industrialized, it experiences an increased standard of living, job growth and more productivity as it sustains growth. Industrialization is the normal pathway to economic development, and very few countries have been able to grow and accumulate wealth without investing in their manufacturing industries to achieve a structural change in the economy. Early industrialization occurred in Europe and North America during the 18th and 19th centuries, and later in other parts of the world, especially in Eastern Asia, which have transformed their economies and improved the living standards of the people living in these countries. With the many benefits industrialization comes with, it is the aim of most developing countries, especially in Africa, to industrialize their economies. In order for industrialization to properly take off, there's the need of an industrial policy which is used to direct and promote activities aimed at speeding up the process of industrialization. An industrial policy are necessary to establish healthy traditions of industrialization and to guide, regulate, and control industrial development, as well as to promote the realization of comparative and competitive advantages of a country. Ghana, like most African countries, has been trying to industrialize and transform its economy since its independence from Britain in 1957. Industry in Ghana accounts for about 25.3% of total GDP. However, Ghana's industrial production is rising at a 7.8% rate, giving it the 38th fastest growing industrial production in the world due to government industrialization policies. Ghana's most important manufacturing industries include light manufacturing, aluminium smelting, food processing, cement, and small commercial shipbuilding. Other industries include small-scale glass-making industry, the production of food and beverages, textiles, chemicals and pharmaceuticals, and the processing of metals and wood products. Prior to Ghana's independence, the industrial sector, a corollary of the colonial economic system, was small. This was made up mainly of the domestic manufacturing sector, which contributed very little to economic growth. The inherited industrial sector was underdeveloped, mainly because the colonial rulers had focused on the extraction of raw materials from the Gold Coast, now Ghana, while at the same time creating an economic system heavily dependent on manufactured products from Britain. When Ghana gained independence from Britain in 1957, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah-led government considered industrialization to be a key factor in the modernization and development of the country. An extensive program was put in place, which emphasized import substitution aimed to transform the industrial structure and reduce dependence on colonial powers and other foreign economies for goods. The Nkrumah government propelled an industrialization initiative that increased manufacturing's share of GDP from 10% in 1960 to 14% in 1970. This expansion resulted in the creation of a relatively wide range of industrial enterprises, the largest including the Volta Aluminium Company smelter, sawmills and timber processing plants, cocoa processing plants among others. Many of these enterprises, however, survived only through protection. The overvalued currency, shortages of hard currency for raw materials and spare parts, and poor management in the state sector led to inactivity from 1970 to 1977, and then to a decline of the sector from 1977 to 1982. Thereafter, the manufacturing sector never fully recovered, and performance remained weak into the 1990s. Economic recovery program put in place in the 80s and successive governments' policies, programs and projects to accelerate economic development and industrialization in the country have improved the industrial setup in the country steadily over the years. In short, Ghana has gone through three main phases of industrial policy since its independence. Industry in Ghana currently accounts for about 25.3% of total GDP. However, Ghana's industrial production is rising at a 7.8% rate, giving it the 38th fastest growing industrial production in the world due to government industrialization policies. In spite of this, the country has not been very successful in its efforts to achieve structured industrial framework after over 60 years of several industrial policy experiments. The contribution of Ghana's manufacturing sector has generally been below the average in sub-Saharan Africa and for the lower middle-income country group to which Ghana currently belongs. In view of this, the current government of Ghana has introduced an industrial policy termed One District One Factory, or 1D1F in short. As its name suggests, the program seeks to establish at least one medium or large-scale factory in each of Ghana's 254 districts within the country. This new industrial policy aims to support, guide and facilitate the establishment of privately owned factories in all the districts of Ghana. The country is currently divided into 16 regions, that is subnational administrative units, which are further subdivided into 254 districts for the administration of local governance. The administration of local governance is undertaken by the metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies within the country's regions. The One District One Factory is an industrialization agenda across the country, which is geared towards equipping and empowering communities to make use of their local resources in manufacturing products that are in high demand both locally and internationally. The policy aims to identify and create business opportunities in the districts, harnessing the strengths and resources of the locals to contribute to the value chain by employing efficient technologies. This massive industrialization drive is expected to increase efficiency in agricultural and manufacturing output and reduce the reliance on imports through the increase in the production of consumer goods. The policy targets activities such as agro-processing and business, raw material producer groups, textiles and clothing, pharmaceutical and cosmetics, waste management, distribution and trading, tourism, among others. The One District One Factory program, which was officially launched in 2017, offers Ghana an opportunity to focus on developing the manufacturing sector in a way that can potentially make the growth more inclusive and sustainable. The government supports firms by matching suitable investors and offers a range of financial support including equity investment, long and short-term trade, and asset financing. In addition, the state offers registered companies under the program tax holiday for the first 5 years of operation and exemption of import duties and taxes on equipment, machinery and parts. Also, 1D1F companies which want to benefit from the Free Zone package can register and benefit from incentives under the Free Zone Act created in 1995. Dr. Boumia, the vice president of the ruling government, recently revealed that, since the introduction of the program, 183 companies are currently benefiting from the 1D1F initiative. Out of the 183 companies, 61 are existing ones which received various incentives to boost their production capacities and expansion. Out of the 122 new companies, 28 are completed, while 31 are at various stages of completion. In addition, 58 special youth-enabled 1D1F projects have common user processing factories. The program received its first boost on January 13, 2018, with the commissioning of Twyford Ceramics Factory by Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo. The ceramics factory, which produce and distribute tiles, is estimated to have cost $77.26 million and operates at a design production capacity of 14.4 million square meters per year, with annual sales projected to be $82.8 million. Other notable factories set up under the policy include manufacturing of pharmaceutical products by PAM Pharmaceuticals Limited, manufacturing of street lights and poles, including delivery of electrical and related services by Prefos Ghana Limited, and production of steel and related products by B5 Plus Alloys. In a recent publication by Graphic Online, it was revealed that over 800 businesses have flooded the One District One Factory Secretariat in Accra with business plans and proposals for the consideration for approval. The business proposals are being assessed, and those that are viable would be recommended to partner banks for support. The businesses would also enjoy a 5-year tax waiver. The government would absorb part of the interest payment to banks, among other incentives under the 1DIF initiative. The high figure of application being reviewed for approval shows the high level of interest and success of the program. In spite of this, the government is under heavy criticism for not being able to show proof of factories in all the 254 districts in the country, as promised initially before coming into power. Other expert study and evaluation of the program revealed a number of challenges, such as lack of adequate funding to support the policy, low use of technology, inadequate rural infrastructure, poor collaboration among related ministries and other stakeholders, and politicization of the policy. With all these criticism, there's no doubt that the ambitious One District One Factory policy lays a strong foundation which will industrialize the country in the coming years when the policy is pursued and continuously structured. There's also the need for the Ghanaian government to upgrade and expand the policy with incentives to attract the many Ghanaians living abroad and the blacks diaspora who can easily bring in the needed skills and capital to set up small to medium scale industries across the country. As it has in the past, industrial development provides endless opportunity for a country's economical development. Industrialization is an essential tool for job creation, poverty eradication, and the promotion of regional development policies, and can stimulate technological progress and innovation, as well as productivity gains. With the many agricultural and natural resources found in Ghana, the new One District One Factory is a solid policy which can see the country add value to its resources through processing of primary into secondary goods. This in the long term will bring economic prosperity and improvement of living standard in the country. If you enjoyed this video and would like to get more from a definitive information about trends and mega constructions projects in Africa, subscribe to the New Africa channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.